on the night. Boots hit hard on a concrete floor. When the doors swing wide, they're begging for more. As I can hear the countdown scream, this ain't luck, nah, this is gasoline. You can feel it when the thunder rolls. Welcome to the heart of the Stallion Show. This is the Stallion Show. Run wild, let the break never fall. Hear the crowd when the fire blows. You don't watch, you feel the Stallion Show. This is the Stallion Show. Full throttle, let the legends grow. From the spark to the final blow. Yeah, this is the Stallion Show. Steel-toe truth in a world of lies. We don't bow down, we don't apologize. Built from sweat, scars and sound. When the beat drops heavy, shake the ground. Every scar got a story to tell. Every scream rings like shotgun shell. No tame hearts, no control. You stepped inside the Stallion Show. Blood rush, feel the heat rise. No escape when the spark ignites. You already know. This is the Stallion Show. Run wild, never break, never fold. Hear the crowd when the fire blows. You don't watch, you feel the Stallion Show. This is the Stallion Show. Full throttle, let the legends grow. From the spark to the final blow. Yeah, this is the Stallion Show. No leash, no reins, unchained, untrained. Step back, feel the pressure grow. Heartbeats loud like a rodeo. One spark left, let it go. Burn it down, Stallion Show. This is the Stallion Show. Stand tall, let the whole world know. From the first strike to the last echo, we are the Stallion Show. This is the Stallion Show. Stand tall, let the whole world know. From the first strike to the last echo, we are the Stallion Show.
Welcome to the Stallion Show. I am your host, the Stallion. And tonight we're going to have some fun. Tonight, we're not going to play a game. As I said, I had a surprise. We're going to talk about some things that's been going on the internet. I know I said I would never do drama, but, I think a little drama every now and then is not that bad. As everybody saw on Saturday, Twisted and I had a discussion, I guess you would call it. But it is what it is with that situation. I wanted to mention about some things that I saw in a couple days ago, I guess you would say, with Boogie 2988, how he, I guess, got fired because of things that he said or did. And now he's an intern for Live, which, people say things. It is what it is. I think Boogie's on a down trail per se. There are things that he does that and says that I don't agree with. Um, and it just seems like it's a cluster canary over on LCL. But you know, is what it is. You know, they gotta do things to, I guess, quote unquote, make content. But to me, that's not content. That's just being stupid. Other things that I want to mention is the merch store is coming along very well. Want to thank all the subscribers. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So thank you very much. Again, I do apologize for all the cancellations and things like that because I was dealing with a medical issue. My sleep pattern was completely off, and the doctor put me on new pills, which, totally fucked me up. But now I got that situated and done. I also want to talk about what's going on with the ICE situation that's going on. There's a lot of shootings with ICE. Nobody's they're not putting the responsibility on them with all these shootings, and it's like they have the right to do whatever they want, which I disagree with. I've been watching some of these protests live, and I just can't believe how messed up this country has turned, which is totally screwed. So yeah, I may end up getting into a game. I really don't know. Exactly, Strike. They are completely out of control, literally. And it's getting worse. It's going to turn into a whole new civil war, which I hope and pray doesn't. But the way it's looking, this country's flipped upside down and inside out. Also, the Venezuela president, now the female president, basically today, I got a thing stating that she told Trump to basically go screw himself, and that they're not going to follow what the U.S. wants. So I think we just need to butt our nose out of other countries, per se. I don't see how we can force them to be like us. But I'm not the president of this country, so what do I know? But yeah, I want to change this whole platform into fun stuff. I want to talk about things that actually make sense. Like I said, Saturday, Twisted and I, we had a discussion after we did the wrestling event, which I apologize to everybody. I know it sucked. It wasn't like I wanted it to be. I just disagree with some things that's been going on, but it doesn't matter what Stallion's opinions are, I guess. So when people speak the truth, they don't like it. So I will just leave it at that. Doesn't mean I don't like Twisted. Twisted SMF and I are still, best friends, and I still consider them family. I just disagree with what some of the stuff that goes on. That's all. And I'm allowed to have my opinion. The other thing, like I said, with Boogie 2988, I think he's crumbling. I think he has officially damn near almost gave up. He kept saying that if it wasn't for Keemstar, this and that. But I think that Boogie, honestly, I think Boogie's seen the writing on the wall. That's my opinion. I wish nothing but the best for the guy. I may not like him personally, but I don't think he needs to be treated like a complete ass clown that they're doing to him. You know, painting him, making him destroy his house. I mean, that's not content. That's just stupidity. Just because that to them is content, but to me, it's how can we make Boogie look like a complete ass? That's just my opinion on that. I mean, you had Albert writing stuff on his mom's wall, pissed off Tina, and got him in trouble. And then he painted on her porch, which really pissed her off even more. I don't see the concept of it no more. And I think Boogie 2988 is finally seeing the light that it's not fun anymore. He wants it to be a podcast. He doesn't want to be painting on himself. He doesn't want, you know. Hey, Billy, how are you? Yeah, we'll be all right. It's just a disagreement between him and I. Um, I haven't talked to him, and I'm letting things cool off. I said what I had to say, and that's that. It's just I see his point in a lot of things, Billy, but I also see what I see that goes on. I mean, Twist is not a bad guy. I'll still, support him and I'll still be there for him. I'm not gonna turn my back on Twisted because I don't agree with what's going on. Um, and like I said, Twisted and I are still best friends. This is how we get into, you know, I got into certain things that I saw and didn't like, and I spoke my mind and pissed them off, and we'll talk again. I mean, I respect him. I love the guy. Right. I get that, Billy. This is how him and I get. I say what I have to say, and then we'll be pissed at each other for, a couple of days, and then one of us will start talking to the other, and we'll be back to normal. It's just that I spoke my mind, and I don't put up with shit, and I try to keep my mouth shut, but when I do that, it doesn't do anything but gets me into more deep shit. So I speak what the hell's on my mind, and sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's really not a good thing. You say one thing that pisses somebody off, and the only way you get pissed off, in my opinion, is either it's what's being said is true or what's not what's being said isn't true. Now with Twisted, like I said, he has backed me up with the medical thing, and I appreciate that 100%. Believe me, because he knows basically what I'm going through, which I have that situated finally. Um, but I wouldn't let anybody talk shit on him in my chat, and I would feel the same. You know, I would like the same respect in that aspect. But like I said, he plays games on his channel, and I get that. He doesn't really focus on chat. So I get that. And chat's going to say and do what they want. So tonight I'm not going to play a game. I didn't really have. You're right, Billy. Friends do fight. They fight. The one guy I've known for, oh my God, like 25, 26 years. Him and I, we talk, but we're like blood brothers. If you'd see us together, you'd swear we're blood brothers. And we fight more than anything, but ultimately we're always there for each other, no matter what. And then we're back being cool. So, but I like Twisted. I always never had a problem. I never had a problem with Twisted. I respect him. So, and I know he's doing a live, and I wish him the best. Believe me, I'm still there if he needs me. And with him saying that I would, people DMing him and saying that I was, telling people what I would do. You're right, I did, because he has fans that don't watch me, and I have fans that don't watch him. If he came up here and plugged his show, I wouldn't really care. It wouldn't bother me. He can come up and say, "Hey, I'm doing the gaming streaming," or "I'm on the this. Come watch me. I'm doing I'm doing drama, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that." Feel free. I don't care. Um, but yeah, it's just that's just the way it is. But to get back to the Boogie situation, I think Boogie's being treated like a complete dick. And everybody knows how I feel about the guy. I don't like him personally. I don't know him. I don't know him, but what I know of him through online. Now, Boogie may not be what he portrays himself online. He may be a decent guy. I don't know. But just how he is online, I don't care for the guy. But I don't want to see somebody get treated like a fucking scumbag either, where you have to keep doing shit and breaking your house and fucking painting yourself or anything. I don't agree with that. Like Wonderland wanted me to put an egg over my head to get my host role back. Sorry, I ain't doing it. I don't. I didn't deserve to have to do that. Nice. I wish mine did. Um, like I was saying, I don't. I'm not going to put an egg over my head because I didn't do anything wrong. It was a medical problem that I was dealing with, and I didn't feel that if it cost me my host role, then oh well, it cost me my host role. Do I think Gemini and Rod are ignorant or any of that? No, I still support them. I like them. They're cool peoples. It's just that I will not do something that I feel that I don't need to do as a punishment. And I don't agree with having to put an egg over my head when I'm having, you know, taking medication and it fucks with my sleep schedule, and then I got it under control finally. So if I have to do a punishment, I'm not. There's no reason for it. Plus, this is my channel. I don't let people dictate what I do. Well, again, I still don't know what happened there, Strike. Um, I'm not going to say something. What's up, Ron? Like I said, I'm not going to do the egg thing. I don't feel I deserve to do that because it was a medical issue. I'm sorry. I contemplated on it. I'm just not going to do it. Hi, Sakura. I just it was a medication problem, Ron, and yeah, if I have to do a punishment, that's one thing, but I don't feel I should because it was a medical condition. I had no control over that until I situated it with the doctor. So I'm sorry. So with Boogie, the last stream I watched, he was painting himself white and then black and then all because of something that went bad. I don't agree with what he had to do. That made no sense. And if it was that bad, then why didn't they just have the stream stop? I don't understand it. You're still streaming while your host or co-host is so-called being racist. I don't get why you still kept it live. But then after live you get rid of it. That makes no sense to me. If I had a co-host being racist, I'd immediately be like, that's it. I had enough. I'm getting rid of the guy and I'm shutting it down. And then I would take. Well, the only reason why I asked is because Gemini was, excuse me, was, and you did say, Ron, that you wouldn't give me one because it wasn't my fault, and I didn't think I deserved one. It was Gemini that kept pushing for the punishment, so that's why I asked, what do I got to do to make him happy? But then when I realized it, I don't see why I should have to do one at all. If it's a medical issue, that's not my fault. I don't see the concept of me having to, if I'm having a medical problem, I don't see how that could, make me be given a punishment because I can't. Okay, canceling I can understand, but when I did it, I was dealing with a new pill that was fucking up my sleep schedule. Now that I have it all under control, I'm okay. It was just that whole week, and it takes about a week for the pills to actually go through your system. But I had gotten the dosage lowered. It wasn't that um it wasn't that I, oh well, I made a stream, fuck it, I'm just not gonna do it. It wasn't even that. It was I got too tired, I couldn't stay awake, and it wasn't fair to everybody else for me to come here and look like I'm like a half fucking zombie and trying to do a show. But like I said, I am I'm gonna do some things different. Like I said, Twisted and I, we'll be fine. We always are. It's just that we're mad at each other, and you know, our panties are up in a bunch right now. So, um, sorry, I'm clearing my phone. Everybody seems to be bothering me when I'm actually doing a show. Uh, I just don't agree why they're treat. Oh, I'm used to the meds now, Ron. I'm good now. I take my meds about 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I'm out by no later than 11, and I'm out cold, and I'm up at 7 in the morning, so I'm good. We finally got it situated. The dosage that they had me on, which I didn't know, I thought it was 75 milligrams. It was actually 100 milligrams, so it was fucking me up bad, and I was just tired all day long. Um, Now I'm down to. They knocked me down to like I think it's 30 milligrams now, and it's fine. So it took. Doctor said it was going to be a flip flop shit, so it is what it is. But now I'm sleeping well. I'm getting close to 8 hours now. Finally, I'm not sleeping 3, and I'm up 48, 50 hours straight, and then sleeping 2 or 3 hours, and then all over again, which is finally I can get some rest. I'm old. I need it. um, like I said, I just don't agree with what they're doing to Billy, or excuse me, to Boogie. I don't. I don't see how that's fucking content. You're making a guy look like a giant jack off. And when he painted himself, he reminded me of something like you would see in a different country getting ready to go to war. And I was like, this isn't, what the hell am I watching here? So I had to turn it off because it just wasn't what I thought. And then when I saw Boogie, he literally, I think, wanted to cry. A 50-year-old man sitting there trying to please people. It just wasn't working. And like I said, I think Boogie finally realized that he sees the writing on the wall. Shit's going south. But again, what does Stallion know? Stallion knows nothing. I'm just a content creator. I don't watch LCU anymore. I don't see the concept of it. I think it's, some people may say it's content. I think it's boring. Yeah, I agree with that, Billy. 100%. Low cow's definitely going downhill. You can see it on the writing. Uh, I don't know what's holding it together. I mean, still got fans. Don't get me wrong. They still have. They're still getting what 1.5 to 2.5K people watching them. It's just it's it's dull. It's not like it used to be. After Fat Camp last year, I think it just went downhill. Especially when you had the fight with Wings of Redemption and Keemstar live at Fat Camp. I think that was the end of, that was the start of the end of Local, because Wings made it known that everything's scripted. And once that was brought out, pissed Keem off, just started a whole war, I guess you could say. It pissed off a lot of people. And then Wings tried to backtrack it, and then I guess something was said, and that just blew up. Now, when it was Keem, Wings, and Boogie, it was great. I enjoyed watching those three. Those three were awesome together. You know, what the hell's going on? I don't even know. Hey, Thick, how are you? Those three were great. Your original shows in the beginning were Milkers, Queens, Live, and Rewind, and I'll even put Aussie in there. Those 5 shows were awesome, and then when you got these other shows coming, it just went to hell, in my opinion. Too many shows, people running over each other. You wanted to watch the main shows, but now you have these B and C circuit shows, and they're just running on top of each other, and it just doesn't make any sense. One show may have like 40 viewers, the A circuit shows may have like 2.5, 2.8 thousand people watching, and your C show has like 10. So I don't see the concept of having A, B, and C circuits, and especially running on top of each other, because obviously your C circuits are not going to get anywhere, and your B circuit shows, you get some viewers, but not everybody. So I think there's just too many shows. I think there's too many circuits, and with them on top of each other, I don't see how you're making money. And that's another thing until, oh, shit, what did I just do? Uh-oh. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. There we go. I just don't see how you can make money with all these circuits riding on top of each other, if that's what it's all about. And sometimes that's what I think it's all about. It's not about doing a show. It's about getting a certain amount of memberships, gifted members. It's all about the donations. I don't get it. I've been doing this for a few months, and I think I've made maybe $40 in almost a year. I'm not complaining and bitching about donos. Plus, I'm not monetized. They are. But I don't think it's all about donations. I don't think it's always about money. If you want to do a good show, people want to watch you, that's what you got to do. Which brings to me. I will not be doing live a lot. That is a given. Um, I am moving. I am moving to a different state, and I have gotten a new job offer that pays me a lot more than what I make now. So nice. I gotta check you out, Billy. I didn't know what it was called, but I'm definitely gonna check you out, brother. Um, like I am moving to a different state. I am also doing a new job, so I won't be able to do live a lot. I'll do more videos, but until I move, I will stay doing live. But once I move, uh, I'll probably be doing lives maybe twice a week. But other than that, unless my schedule gets lightened up, but I'm pretty sure what my schedule is going to look like. I may be able to do live every day. I just got to double check with what my schedule looks like. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but as of right now, I'm going to go live every day. Even though I said I would do videos, and I'm still struggling on how to do them. I have figured it out, but it doesn't let me do the thumb restream. Doesn't let me do the thumbnail for the video, which, in my opinion, sucks. And if it does, I haven't figured it out yet. So I am. I'm gonna do some gaming. I'm gonna do some shorts. I'm gonna do some every now and then, here and there. I'm gonna do some drama, and I'm gonna do news. I'm just gonna do a mix of shit. That's the only way I can do it. But I do have a surprise, as long as it's not freezing and I don't freeze, my ass off. I'm gonna do a paranormal thing this weekend, if the weather permits. Now, I've heard that where I live, we're getting another 18 inches of snow. We already got 18 this past weekend. We're looking at another 18 this weekend or more. So I would like to do this paranormal thing, but if weather permitting that it lets me, I will do it. If it weather sucks, then I'm not doing it. Plus, the Saturday we were doing a Royal Rumble. What is it? Royal Rumble watch along. It's the wrestling thing. It'll only be me, and you'll definitely get the whole thing that Stallion does with wrestling by myself. And then I will also let you know who is from 1 to 30 of the men and women's Royal Rumble, and when they get eliminated. Like I said on this past Saturday's wrestling, it really sucked, in my opinion. A lot of fuck ups. Lots of fuck ups. Oh no, Billy. The whole thing of me doing paranormal ain't about ghost. I'm going head on. I'll be doing things with a cemetery at night. I'll be doing haunted houses, haunted mansions, haunted, you name it, and it's haunted. I'm there to scare the shit out of myself, and hopefully chat scares the fuck out of me. That'd be funny. It's just something that I've always wanted to try. I like, paranormal stuff. I may suck at it. May hear some things that are, scary as shit. I don't know. It'll be fun to do. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I do have some ideas and things that I want to do. Probably more like short videos with it. Some real IRL shit. I did a cooking stream once and nobody watched, so I'm not doing that again. Um, I'm trying to think what other IRL. There's other IRL stuff that I know that I'm going to do. I may be going to a Monster Jam show in around June ish, and I'm going to go live from there so everybody can see the monster trucks. And if you're into that kind of stuff, what else? I'm also going to be doing live streams from uh, battlefields that happened in the Civil War era, and I got 3 of them that I am definitely going to go to. So that'll be live from there. I think everybody will enjoy that, uh, especially learning things that people don't talk about or afraid to talk about, and I'm not. Um, what else? In April, I am going to WrestleMania, both nights, so I might go live there. So I'm looking forward to that. So you might see Stallion. 9 chances out of 10, you'll be seeing Stallion at ringside. And let me tell you, those tickets were not fucking cheap at all. But it's going to be fun. Nice. Where at, Billy? If you don't mind me asking. I'm I'm actually going to be moving to yeah. You'll just have to wait and see where I move. I'm not going to spoil that. But I promise you this, I ain't going to be dealing with snow anymore. Y'all fuckers can deal with that shit. I hate snow. And I hate the cold. Nice. But you'll still probably get snow there. I won't where I'm going. Their lowest temp for a low in the wintertime is 55 degrees. Okay. Yeah, their lowest temp where I'm going is 55 degrees. The highest can reach up to 120 during the day. And that's in wintertime. So I ain't going to see no snow. No more. Not for me. Might run into hurricanes, though. Which I hope the hell not. But it's either snow or be pissed on by the ocean. What else? So yeah, the merch store is coming along very well. I was just there Friday ish. Yeah, Friday night. I went up to check it out before all the snow shit hit, and I'm liking what I see. So we should be up and running by the middle of next month. Um, what else? But yeah, do I agree with what's going on with Boogie 2988? No. Do I think local's treating him like trash? Yes. Do I agree with it? No. Uh, I just think that some things are better to I just think he sees the writing on the walls, and I think he's going to end up quitting eventually, permanently. I think that's the best thing for him. But I'm not him. I know if it was me and they were making me do all that shit, I'd walk. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be made an ass clown out of. What else? Actually, let me get over here so I can share my screen. And then I'm going to show what I'm talking about, because it's just easier to show what I'm talking about than it is to okay, hold on. I'm getting to the point where come on. I hate the internet. I only need one person watching me. That's fine. Okay. Here's where it begins. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Entire screen. Do that. Yes, we want that. Okay, we'll do that. Oh crap, dummy!
It's not.
Here we go. I'm sorry.
It's not about telling people not about telling people.
But you see, he's
people are
being
smart
painted
enough.
on.
Nobody invest in like these coins. Don't fuck.
He's being painted on, and they're talking about bitcoins and things like that. But this is what I don't agree with. He's sitting here being painted on, but where I want to point out, hold on, I don't know how far it is. Let's go down here. Now look at this. This is ridiculous. You have him sitting there looking, painted a bra on him and still paint all over him to make him look what? Stupid? And then you can see his face is already white. Now look at this. His legs are black, painted black. His arms are painted black. And he sits there and he's not happy about this at all. This would piss me off. I don't get it. I don't get why. How is this content? That's what I want to know. How is this content making him look stupid?
Internet. I don't know what it could possibly be.
At Max_Ella74 super chatted $19.99. What did Boogie do?
I said the N word on Rewind last night, and I jeopardized the entire network's monetization.
So that's what he did. He deserved to be painted. Plus, he got fired for this, but then he's brought back as an intern. In my opinion, to humiliate the guy. I don't get it. I don't see how it is, how humiliating somebody is content. You're pretty much destroying whatever left self-esteem he has into a trash can. If he has any at this point. Because he's always doing something. He's always destroying something of his house, which he's told it's not his house. Then he's, now he's being painted on because he fucked up and said a racist word. I don't see how this is even content at all. I thank everybody for the 2 people that are watching me. Thank you very much. It's just sad, in my opinion. I know I said I would never talk about the LCU, but this kind of bugged the hell out of me when I saw this. I don't see how humiliating a person, especially having his own fiance painting him. And Desi's got to be tired of this shit. I feel sorry for both of them. I agree, Billy. It is stupid. It's completely stupid. It's dumber than a box of rocks. Well, let's go to where he actually is completely painted. I think it's here. Yeah, here we go.
Are you sorry for the things you've done? I'm fucking sorry. Are you sorry for the things you've
What
done?
have I done?
And I'm
What have I
sorry for the
done?
last 10 years of my fucking life. If I had the choice between having the balls
What have
to
I done?
fucking get
What have I done? What have I done? You tell me something I done. I should be sorry. Name
I
one
don't
thing.
know. Have you?
Name one thing. Name one thing.
Hitting a guy with a tree?
I'm not sorry for that.
Well, I bet your
I
parole officer wouldn't like to hear that.
I'm not on parole.
At Calendar Instigator super chatted $19.99. WTF steak is fine. The stream is fine. Don't get 20 guide.
Kelly, I love you because I'm about to have a fucking panic attack.
Look, still painting him. For what? Because people are donating and he's got to be painted completely black. First you painted the man white and now you're painting him black because he fucked up. Does he deserve something? Yeah. Keem did the right thing by firing him, but then he brought him back as an intern to humiliate him. I don't see the concept. If you're going to fire somebody, you fire them. You don't bring them back and say, "Oh, now I'm going to humiliate your ass." I would never do that. See, when it comes down to being a boss, this is not what I would do. Now, Keem owns the LCU, and congratulations on that. This is not how I would do this. But, you know, people say Keem gets a kick out of drama. Yeah, he said it many times, but this isn't drama. This is humiliation. And was Keem pissed at him? Absolutely. Absolutely. He could have destroyed it. Right, Billy? He humiliated. He's humiliated. He knows he fucked up. He knows he could have destroyed the whole damn thing and tore it all down. But I don't agree with this. I believe he could have did something else, but not this. He could have suspended, if you were going to bring him back, you could have suspended him for, say 2 weeks without pay. That would have been a hell of a nice punishment and make him realize, look, now you're really fucked because you're not making any money. But humiliating the guy? No. I don't agree with that. Not at all. What else? So that's what I wanted to show. They literally paint this guy. And for what? Content purposes? All right, let me get to where my next thing is. I feel sorry for Boogie and I feel sorry for Desi. That should not, in my opinion, shouldn't be allowed. But I don't run the thing, so I can't say anything. Let's see. Come on. Let me get this off the screen. Let's see. Here we go. Hold on, guys. Trying to find what I'm looking for. All right, I can't find it, but I am going to find it now. Let's see. Here we go. Let me share this. This is a nationwide protest. This is live. Look at the protest that's going on here with ICE. You have, what is this, Denver? People are out at 35 degrees. This is in Minnesota, 9 degrees, and people are protesting. 9 degrees. But this is what our country's, in Seattle, it's 45. This is what our country has come to. This is exactly what our country has come to with all this ICE crap and all this stuff going on, the shootings in Minnesota, and nobody's taking blame. Nobody's going to get in trouble for it. It's the people that, you know, the people that live in these states are the ones that are getting the fall. Like, this is insane. This is all I ever see anymore. ICE, 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 ICE. It's sad. You know. Oh, here's a good one. Florida sheriff threatens to anti-ICE protesters. I got to see what this is about. Wait, where's the volume? Hold on. Oh, duh. It's right there. There we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Point a gun at one of our deputies.
Governor Walz.
Oh.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a...
That's ridiculous. I thought law enforcement was to deactivate the detention. And this dude's in Florida, I think. Talking about graveyard dead? Like,
Governor Walton.
Then you wonder why.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or...
And then, yeah, Florida. That's ridiculous. You did it for me? Well, thank you. You didn't have to, because I didn't think that it was necessary for me to do a punishment. But thank you, Sakura. I appreciate it. That's up to Gemini and Ron if I come back. That's not up to me. And I love you too, sweetheart. But thank you for doing my punishment when you didn't have to, because I didn't feel it was necessary when it was a medication problem. But like I said, that's up to Gemini and Ron. I'm not telling them what to do. That's their thing, Shabil. Am I mad about it? No. I just didn't feel that I needed to do a punishment. But Gemini, I guess, felt that I needed to do one. So, I mean, it is what it is. What is this? But I thank you. Deep in my heart, I thank you. But see, this is what's going on in this world. This is nuts.
Governor Walz and Mayor Fry have shamefully blocked local and state police from cooperating with ICE, actively inhibiting efforts to arrest violent criminals. They have also used their platforms to encourage left-wing agitators to stalk, record, confront, and obstruct federal officers who are just trying to lawfully perform their duties, which has created dangerous situations threatening both these officers and the general public and Minnesotans alike. This is precisely what unfolded in Minneapolis on Saturday morning.
We want calm and peace and normalcy back to our lives. They want chaos. We cannot and we will not give them what they want by meeting violence with violence. Minnesota and our local law enforcement, as you have seen, have done everything possible to de-escalate. Despite the horrific acts by this federal government, Minnesotans are standing up for the rule of law. They're protesting loudly and urgently, but peacefully. It must stay that way, Minnesota.
We urge everyone to remain peaceful. We recognize that there is a lot of anger and a lot of questions around what has happened, but we need people to remain peaceful. We ask everyone to remain calm and to please do not destroy our own city.
Now here comes the funny part. You just heard Waltz talk about his sheriff, I guess, talk about protect, not be the military. Exactly, Billy. And Sakura, I'll talk to you privately after my show. But you heard Walt say that this is ridiculous, and that the sheriff's department doesn't want the citizens to destroy their cities, which they shouldn't, because it's not their city's not doing anything wrong. They're being bombarded. But here's what I don't get. Just a couple hours ago, I got a thing stating that Waltz and Trump, well, Trump stated this, and I'm sorry, but I call bullshit, that Waltz and him had a conversation about ending the protest and letting ICE do their jobs and this and that. Waltz hates Trump. Waltz doesn't even like Trump at all. So why the hell would he agree to terms with Trump? I don't get it. When one, he was a running mate of Kamala Harris against Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. And two, he doesn't want ICE in Minnesota at all. So I don't see how he came to terms with Trump about this whole ICE bit. The American people are tired of this crap. And innocent people are getting hurt. Innocent people are being shipped to different countries that are literally Americans and are going to countries they don't know nothing about. ICE just did this with, they're now getting the American Native Americans out of here, our Indians, like our Sioux or Cherokee, Blackfoot, Apache, whatever. Any kind of Native American in you, they're now arresting you and shipping you out. And yet legally, they belong here. This was their country way before anybody else came here. This whole thing has gone to hell in a handbasket. And our country's in ruins. Our country's in dire need of help. Especially when you're pretty much unloading the military on your citizens. Our own military is being stationed, and I'll go back to the protest that happened. What was it? Where LA and them, it was like this big thing. It was all over the news, all over everywhere in the United States, this big protest where the National Guards were released and to stop the protest of I forget what it was about. I want to say it has something to do with Mexico, but I could be wrong. But I know there was this huge bullshit. and they wanted the military out. The LA cops and I think Seattle cops weren't even helping National Guard. Oh, it was about this ICE and detention thing when it all first started. That's what it was. And they weren't, the cops were not helping the National Guard at all. They refused. They didn't want to, people were hiding behind their police. And the National Guard people were telling them to get out of the way. And the cops were like, well, we're not getting out of the way. You're going to have to arrest us or move us. And they wouldn't touch them because they knew it was a whole messed up thing. Let's see what else they have here.
It's not about politics anymore.
A group marched the streets of downtown Salt Lake City protesting ICE, notably larger than the protests held in Utah within the last few weeks. Many carried signs for Renee Good and Alex Preddy, who were shot and killed by federal agents in Minnesota.
My son lives in Minnesota and 2 blocks from where Alex was murdered. And I'm here to show support for Minnesota.
Mindy Holbrook walked alongside Kelly Hall, both former teachers who met for the first time today.
I love that there's more people because these are our neighbors and our friends that are being rounded up without due process. And we have a constitution.
Some protesters and signs called out local leaders like Utah Senator Mike Lee, who wrote on X today, "We're not defunding ICE. Live with it." In a much longer post, Senator John Curtis addressed the shooting death of Preddy, writing in part, quote,
"Oh, come to think about that, how they said they're not defunding ICE. Well, the Democratic Senate just told them they're not giving them any more money. So we may have a shutdown because of DHS. The Democrats feel that the ICE needs to go back to the border where they were hired to do, not be in our cities and states wrangling up innocent people and shooting Americans, and nobody's getting blamed for it. Nobody's taking account of they're not being held accountable for this stuff. So the House passed the bill, this Chuck Schumer, and I'll tell you, I don't like Chuck Schumer at all. Am I a Democrat? Yes. And that's because I changed parties due to Trump. But I will give Chuck Schumer credit where credit is due. He said we're not going to fund DHS anymore until ICE is out of all these towns, because this is just BS. That people are being shot and killed for no reason. And you can see that that's what's going on here. And they're not being, you don't see the agents being arrested for blatant murder. You don't see, it's always the U.S. citizen's fault, not the government's fault. And the citizens are sick of it. So, in my opinion, if anybody in the government watches me, this is what I have to say. If ICE is there to do a certain job to take out the illegals that are harsh criminals, then okay, then let them do their job. But killing innocent people and arresting innocent Americans, that isn't part of the job description. At least I don't think it is.
Until the facts are fully known, we should lead with empathy, restraint, and respect for the rule of law. A family from Harriman says they worry about their safety following the news out of Minnesota.
It's not about politics anymore.
A group marched the streets of downtown.
And that's right. It's not about politics anymore. In my opinion, this country is turning into a dictatorship. This is becoming the new, what used to be the Germans. Now, this is how I feel, and this is what I've been seeing. This is about dictatorship. Trump doesn't want the 2026 elections. He's trying to get it somehow banned that nobody votes for 2026 elections, because he knows deep down inside he's going to lose the House and the Senate. What's really scary is you have your own party turning their backs on you, Mr. President. Exactly, Billy. New world order is what's going to come down to. We already pissed off China. We've already pissed off Russia, and we're surrounded by them in the ocean. What more can we do? We already pissed off Venezuela. And now we have Iran pissed at us. We have, okay, I'll give Trump credit where credit's due. Iran should not have nuclear weapons, in my opinion. That'll just end us. Who else is pissed? Shit. We pretty much have the whole fucking world pissed at us right now. But I agree with this. This is not about politics anymore. This is about dictatorship. This is about one. If you think about it, it's about one person. It's about how they want to dictate how we all live, how we all do business, how we all survive. Politics aside out of all this, I remember when we went and voted, we voted for who we thought would work best for the people, not for themselves, not for the U.S. government. When a person gets elected, you get elected by the American people. You don't get elected by Tom, Joe, Dick, and Harry, and say, "Oh, now I'm in the U.S. government. I can do whatever the hell I want." No. Washington forgets that we, the taxpayers, pay their bills. We paid them. Not the other way around. We decide who becomes president. We decide who becomes senators and representatives of our state. What can somebody do to help us, people, American people in our states? In the country, who would be best to run? Well, at first we had some good candidates, in my opinion. But when it came down to Trump and then Biden reran, and then the Democratic Party told Biden to get out. Then they put Kamala in there. Who the hell you vote for? The devil you know, or the devil you hope and pray you never get? So your options are slim to none. That's why everybody went with Trump, because they didn't want Kamala in. Because every time you talk to her, it's everything's a fucking joke. Does this look like a joke? No, this is not a joke. This is about us Americans. We got to stand our ground here, in my opinion. And we got to tell the people in Washington, look, you were here because of us. You're not here because you paid your way in. You're here because we voted you in. And I think some of the senators and some of the representatives are looking at this. Look, this is not what the American people want. This is not. Neither did I, Strike. Neither did I. But that's why I did a write-in. I didn't give a shit. I did a write-in. And I didn't vote for either one of those idiots. I don't care. Our choices are slim to none anymore. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. The people that I feel sorry for are our children. You know, we all have. I feel sorry for my children, because they see this stuff. Now, my little guy obviously doesn't know what this all means, because he's still a little guy. But my two high schoolers, tell me, Dad, what is our country going to turn into? True, Billy. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Billy made a good point. I didn't even like when Trump tried to shut down Amtrak the last time. Yeah, because Amtrak is your trains. Without trains, nothing goes. You don't get anything. But to get back to my point, my two high schoolers are like, Dad, what do we do when we're out of school? I tell them to go to college. And that's all you can do is go to college. Because if you don't go to college, you're not going to. This is what we do. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I will give one good credit. They are trying to impeach Trump. And I think they might have it after, in my opinion, when the Democrats take the House and the Senate, I think you're going to see an impeachment. Because people are already, Republican side and Democratic side, are together in this. Because he's hurting businesses. He's putting tariffs. Now he says he's not using military force for Greenland, I think it is. I get it messed up. Greenland and Iceland. I get those two messed up. I think it's Greenland. But he says that whole thing is the U.S.'s, which I don't see how. Agreed, Strike. This country's going to hell real fast. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's see if there's any more. This is ridiculous. That's sad. That LA has that. Yeah, I remember you saying that before, Billy. I actually went on my first train ride last year. I was coming home. I was coming home from Texas, and I'll tell you what, I had fun. First ever train ride. It was fast. It was interesting. I will say this though, the food that you buy on a train really sucks. I wish they had a better food source, but it is what you pay for. But I think that's the only bad thing I realized. But other than that, it wasn't a bad train ride. But with LA putting that up, that's bad. This whole thing is terrible. I don't know what to say anymore. I think our country's in for a hell of a rude awakening, and I don't think honestly, I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen. It's sad what's going on with this country. It's sad that our children have to pay for this. That's the worst. Because when they get older, they're going to be like, this is terrible. I'm like, you haven't seen nothing. This is the downfall of America. That's how I see it. And if things don't change fast, I don't think we're ever going to get out of it. But if things don't change, I don't know what's going to change. We need a leader. in this country that's going to put an end to everything and go back to the way it used to be. If you ask me the years that I thought that this country was good, 80s and 90s. Not because I was born in the 80s, but with Reagan, it wasn't, we didn't have this much problem. 90s, well, what do we have? We had Desert Storm, which we had no business in. And then we had the Clinton affair. But one thing I will say about Bill Clinton is he stated what he was going to do, and he did it. He said he was going to raise taxes. He did it. He said he was going to do certain things. He did it. He got reelected because he was honest. But then he got caught with the Monica Lewinsky thing. I agree, Billy. I agree. Reagan was the one of the best, in my opinion. But with Clinton being caught with Monica Lewinsky, nobody gave a shit. So he was on the phone with a senator and eating a slice of pizza and getting a BJ. Whoop-de-doo. And nobody gave a damn. It was just people trying to throw dirt on mud. And it was, nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit that he had an affair. Nobody. But Clinton did exactly what he said he was going to do. He got elected twice, impeached, but wasn't really impeached. So who gave a damn? But Reagan was one of the best of the best. And I don't think we're going to have that ever again. There's got to be somebody out there that cares about us, Americans. The question is, who's it going to be? I heard rumors that Newsom's going to run for president. Well, I have my feelings on that. J.D. Vance is going to run. Now, with J.D. Vance, is he going to be... Is it going to be another 4 years of the Trump way, or is he going to do his own thing and be his own man? That's the question. Gavin Newsom, well, what can I say about Gavin Newsom? Just look what he's doing in California. That's all I got to say. Is that who we really want? I also got things stating that like Ted Cruz and them were talking behind Trump's back. Like what? Well, they really feel about him, but they won't say it to his face because he's their leader of the Republican Party. But the Republicans know that they're in trouble. Come this election, I'm telling you, you're going to see a big change. It's going to be, I'm almost guaranteeing it's going to be all Democrats because people are tired of it. And then when it comes to the election, the state that I live in, our governor, I think, would be a hell of a great president. A hell of a good president. And that's Josh Shapiro. I mean, he's doing wonders here in Pennsylvania. It's just that I think he could do wonders for this whole country. He would not put up with bullshit. And he's not a yes man. And he is also, from the tabloids and things that I've read, he's well respected by the Democratic Party. Like, he has a strong chance of, if he would run, he would win. But I think it's going to come down to J.D. Vance. And I would love to see Josh Shapiro, but if it was me, I think Bernie Sanders would make a good president. I think he would try to, because he's not really Democrat. He's not really Republican. He's more of an independent, but he sides with the Democrats a lot, with a lot of things. But I think if you gave him the chance, you would see a big turnaround. You wouldn't see him as a Democrat or a Republican at that matter. I think you'd see him do his own thing. Oh, dear God. Oh, my God. Seriously, Strike? We're definitely screwed if he becomes president. Oh, man. Strike says John Cena for president. Well, I'm definitely moving out the fucking country. I'm going to somewhere where I know I'm safe. I just don't know where. I might go to Australia. God. If we have a professional wrestler for a fucking president, we're definitely doomed. I could see, oh my God, that'd be funny as hell. Now that you said that, Strike, could you imagine Vince McMahon being president? It'd be a fucking Royal Rumble century. Every week we'd have fucking right at the White House lawn. In the White House lawn, we'd be having a Royal Rumble and Monday Night Wars and shit. Oh, God. Yeah, you're right. Better than Trump, but I just don't. That's just too funny. Oh, Lord, that's funny as hell. I just hope that somebody will stand up for the American people. We need it. We keep getting shit on too many times. I know this isn't what a lot of people like, but I'm straight from the hip. I don't pull no punches. People that know me know that I really don't care what I say. If it gets me in trouble, it gets me in trouble, but I speak the truth. If stuff doesn't change soon, hardcore Republicans, but I enjoyed the idea of wrestling to settle disputes. That would be funny. That would be hilarious, Sakura. That would be funny as hell. But if we don't have somebody standing up soon for us, we're becoming a laughing stock. We used to be the strongest country ever. People feared us. Now people don't give a shit. They're not afraid of us at all. And that's sad. Like I said, I know this isn't for everybody, but this is something that's going on. And I see a lot of it. And I don't want to piss anybody off by discussing this, but it's something that we have to face as Americans. We're in trouble, folks. And if it doesn't stop, we could have a new civil war in our hands. Possibly even World War III with other countries if Trump doesn't stop pissing them off. I don't know where we go from here. I see the whole rioting thing all the time. And I fear for my children that when I'm long gone and it's my time to go, what is the world going to look like for them? That we have to keep pushing all our garbage on our children because of the way the world is. Next to be robots taking our jobs, which they're trying to do. You know, it's not fair. In my opinion, we need somebody to stand up. So I'm sorry it wasn't like a fun stream, but we'll get there. Exactly. And we can't give him that. We can't give him the satisfaction that he can stay. He's trying to go around the 25th Amendment. And trying to figure out how to get reelected for a third term. He's doing shady shit to stay in office because he doesn't want to leave. I say this, if he somehow finds a way, which he won't, because of Franklin D. Roosevelt signing that you can only do 2 terms, not 3 anymore, like he did. If he somehow finds a way, he's not going to get reelected. He won't. People are tired of him. People are tired of being treated like crap. People are tired of going and facing. I mean, look what's going on. We have our own people that are Americans that work for ICE or DHS or whatever you want to call them, killing us. For what? That's not humanity. Hell, that's not even American. Somebody needs to take the reins, and shit's got to change, or we're in for a hell of a slope. And I don't know how that would even look. I mean, only God knows how this is going to turn out. Right? I agree. Like I said, I did a write-in. I wrote myself in. I wasn't voting for either one of those clowns. And from what I understand, the election, a lot of people voted for this guy. I didn't. I think it needs I think the agents that shot the American people need to be arrested and tried to the fullest extent of the law. That's my opinion. They don't have the right to shoot and kill people. If you're supposed to be, quote unquote, an officer of the law, that's not what an officer does, unless you're being, fired on. Say like a standoff, for an example, then, and it's either, if it's necessary, but they try not to actually shoot and kill people. There's other body parts that you can do. Yep. Oh yeah, I know, Shrek. He can't do 3-term, but he's trying to find a loophole to do it, and he can't. And Sakura, you're right. He's making that illegal now too. I feel sorry for my daughter because she's trans, and if you can't be trans anymore, I'm sorry, but what are you going to do? She became trans. She became a trans woman before Trump was even elected. So good luck on that. I don't understand what's going through the man's head. And from what I understand, it's not going to get any better. I agree. I agree a whole 100%. Sakura, I agree 100%. Let me do this while I'm at it. There you go, Sakura. I don't agree with what's going on with this country. I don't agree with anything that's going on. really. I'm with you, Strike. If he does, like I said, I'm moving. He's already pissed off Canada when he first stepped back in office. I don't know how that all went down because he was trying to, if you recall, he was trying to make Canada the 51st state. Now he wants to make Greenland the 51st state. Like the dude has like, thank you, Billy. I appreciate it. I just think that he's lost his marbles, in my opinion. Rumor has it he's walking with a walker in the White House. I don't know how true that is. I haven't seen him do it. But I think Trump is, you're welcome. I figured since you and I both know each other, I'll do it for you. My cupcake queen, what can I tell you? I just think shit's gone south and somebody's got to fix something. If not, well, I think the world's in a shithole storm. And we got the president to start it. Are we ever going to... somebody has to have a brain. I don't know who. But somebody has to have a brain. I know senators and representatives personally that I think could run for president. Would they win? No. Well, I'm something, that's for sure. I'm definitely something. I have nothing against gay people, transsexuals, none of that. My daughter's trans. I got friends that are, I was at my best friend's wedding and he got married to a guy and I had a ball and I love him. So, I respect them. So I have nothing against gay people at all. And I don't think our country should have anything against it. You have your preference, you have your rights to choose what you want to be or who you want to be or who you want to be with. That's your right. I don't think our government has the right to say, you have to be this, you have to do this, you have to be this, you have to be that. My answer to that, fuck you. Did the government give birth to me? Hell no. My mom and dad did. Well, my mom did, really. My dad just slept with her. Government didn't sleep with my mom. And again, maybe they did. Possible. I can talk like that because one, I know my mom's background, and two, my mom's dead. So what is she going to do? Come back and haunt my ass? She ain't going to haunt me. Sucks on my show. Some of them, wait, what? Some on there kill me. I told him to kiss my ass. Wow. Wow. Wow, Billy, I wasn't laughing at what you said. I was laughing at what Strike said. He said he wears diapers. But damn, Billy, I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm telling you, I'm gonna check your thing out. I don't know when you do your show, but I'll check it out. And if I see anything like that, I'm not gonna I'll be like, yo, shit's got. I don't tolerate stupid people. I'm sorry that people are doing that to you. I wish somebody would threaten me. I really do. Because I'm not going to ban their ass. Okay. I'm not going to ban their ass. I'll just be like, that's your First Amendment right, but just guess what, dickhead? I just took a picture of it, so now you got a problem. Like I said, I know some representatives, I know some senators. Would they be good presidents? Yeah. They ever going to get elected? No. And some are Republican, some are Democrats, and they're real good guys and women. I also know some women. They're really good people, down to earth. They won't lie, and they're not yes men people. They say something, they do it. But is the country ready to deal with somebody like that? I don't know. I think somebody needs to do something. Always a thing that stuck in my head, something my mom used to tell me when I was younger. I told my mom what I wanted to do when I got older and things like that. And she said, I asked her, I said, if I ran for political office, would you ever vote for me? And her exact words were, no. And I asked her why. She said, why vote a liar in? Because that's exactly what all the people that run for office are, liars. I said, well, somebody, what if it was me? And I said, you know me. She goes, I wouldn't vote for you just because you're my kid. I was like, okay, well, at least you're honest. But now I wouldn't have, if I would run for office, any kind, I wouldn't have to worry about her ever voting for me unless she's voting from hell. I just think that an honest person can be elected. I think people look at the ideas and what can this person do for me, or how can this person help me in the long run. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the idea that Trump did, no taxes and overtime and tips and things like that for the workers. That's good, in my opinion. But what you're doing besides helping the Americans, you're pissing people off that can get us majorly fucked up. And sending ICE in to shoot the American people, that's not helping us. That's killing us. They're there they're there to do a job, and in the long run, they're not doing their job. You need to make these fuckers accountable for their actions. And their actions are shooting people, taking legal Americans out of their homes, and arresting them and saying you're an illegal. I thought they were here for one purpose, to take care of the illegals that are criminals. That's what he always said. We're here to take out the illegals that are dangerous people, criminals. What's dangerous about taking out of arresting a Native American from their homeland? This was their land before anybody else came over here. How are they illegal? They were born here. This was their home before the outsiders, I guess you would call them, came over here and fucked everything up. And they still get screwed. It's just sad that our country is going in a wrong direction. And every time I look at the protests and what ICE is doing, I'm 44 years old and I want to cry because I feel for people. I have a heart. If they are here illegally, fine, get rid of them. Do it the right way. If you want to be here, if you want to be an American citizen, do it the right way. You want to have a better life. Fine, I'm all for that. Do it the right way. don't come here illegally. But with ICE doing what they're doing, knocking on everybody on people's doors and arresting them and locking them up in these detention centers, our own freaking government can't even look at these detention centers. And from what I understand, they're horrible conditions. You can't even let a dog live in it. They're not made for human. And then they're waiting right outside of the. Say somebody has a hearing, and they're not doing anything wrong. ICE is sitting outside, and the judges are being told to deny their green cards. And the minute they step out of the courtroom, they're being cuffed and they're gone. How fair is that? That's not a fair trial. That's not even. I thought the whole court system was to be fair. This whole thing is turning into a dictatorship. This is becoming the Germany of the 1950s when World War II happened, or 40s. That's how I see this. This is nuts. Or was it the 30s? I don't remember. I don't remember the year, but I know it just reminds you of World War II. Where Hitler, it was his way or no way, and that's what Trump's doing. It's his way or no way. That's what I see. It's sad. It's very sad. So I am going to go live every day, but I am moving. Don't have a date yet, exactly what day I'm moving, but I am moving. And we will have better shows. I just wanted to bring this up because this is what's going on now. I know it's depressing. I'm sorry. But we as American people have to face reality here. And the reality is we're being fucked. Our own government's fucking us. Some are helping or trying to. Others, well, they just don't give a shit. And what's really sad is when people are being arrested, little kids are asking, where's mommy? Where's daddy? Why are they doing this? What did we do wrong? That's where the parent of me hits me the hardest. I don't know, Strike. I ask that every day. I don't know. It's like they have ICE is given some type of protection to do whatever the hell they want. And that's not the American way. If you look at the Constitution, I don't care. All right, I'm gonna bring this up, and it might piss people off, and at this point I really don't care. Look at the Rodney King. Let's bring Rodney King up. Rodney King got beat by these cops. They were all sent to jail for damn near killing a guy. Look at the George Floyd incident. What happened to them cops? Oh, they went to jail for murder. ICE has this protection, is what I want to call it. They can do no wrong. Like they have immunity to do whatever the hell they feel. And last time I checked, ICE was supposed to be at the border, not in our country. They were supposed to protect the border, not come in our states and do what the hell they wanted. I don't disagree with what they're doing as, you know, capturing the illegals that are the harsh ones, that are break the law, that are like high-ranked criminals. What I have a problem with is where they're just open firing. It's like open season on American people, arresting purebred American people and locking them up and putting them in detention centers or whatever. How fair is that to us? That's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with you doing your job. I have a problem with you where you think you're the law and you can do whatever the hell you want. That's where I think everybody in America has the issue. ICE is out of control, and there ain't nobody willing to get them in control. But Strike, I ask myself that every day. Why are these agents allowed to just up murder people and do nothing about it? Okay, Billy. I just don't get it. It's sad. But this is the way life. If things keep going this way, this is what life's going to be for us. Somebody has to stand up. Somebody has to speak their mind. Somebody has to say enough is enough. I don't see a lot of people. I don't see a lot of people trying. I see the protesters doing what they can. They're trying to stop them. But then you're getting tear gas like shot at you or on the ground and backfiring and hitting you or whatever. It's like, dude, like what the hell? We're allowed to protest. It's part of our, our rights. They're trying to stop the protesters too, which, in my opinion, why for? You can only put up with so much anymore. I truly don't know what to say. I wish there was something that we all could do, but what do I know? It is what it is. And we all have to face it. Again, Strike, I don't know why ICE isn't being charged. They have, I'm almost 1,000% positive that they have immunity on something, or they're given immunity. It's sad. It's 100% sad. And with all this, with all these shootings with ICE and people dying, it really makes you think. Is this what we're in for now as a country? Is this what we're enticed to? That if you say the wrong thing, you're going to jail. If you disagree with things, you get thrown out of the country. I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's all messed up. And then if you are a U.S. citizen, legal, say like me or anybody in the chat that's legal, and you get arrested and they send you to another country that you don't know, now you're screwed. Because you don't know anything. It's just a sad, sad situation. And every time I see protest about Trump, I always say to people, I think we're headed in the wrong direction. I think we're headed in for a brand new civil war. it's going to be the government versus the American people. I can see it now. And then you hear about, China moving their warships up towards on the West Coast, and then you got Putin moving his warships in the East Coast, and now we're surrounded by warships. And you got North Korea being, doing North Korea shit. It's like, how many more people can we piss the fuck off? Already got Venezuela pissed at us, and they're not changing shit. They're tired of following the U.S. rules by Trump. It's going to turn into an anarchy, and that's what it's coming to. And nobody's going to, and somebody has to have some kind of sense that this has to stop before it all crumbles into a nightmare from hell. So I plan on having better shows. I just wanted to talk about this tonight because this affects all of us. I've been almost 2 hours, so tomorrow I think we'll play a game. We'll do I'll see if I can find another game tonight and download it. I just don't know what kind of game yet. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. I appreciate it. Thank you, chat. Everybody that was participated, I appreciate it. I'm going live again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I think the 8 o'clock is going to work better. And tomorrow we'll definitely have a better show. I'll stay in touch with chat, and I will also we'll definitely do more fun stuff. I do hope and pray that the weather works with me this weekend so I can do a paranormal investigation at a graveyard that is like literally a 5-minute drive from my house that I've been wanting to do. But if it's too damn cold, I'm not going out. I'm not going to freeze. Sorry. I don't like the goddamn cold. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you. Close to 3,000 subscribers. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do the show. And we'll have more fun. And, oh, shit. I got to do something. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go here. I'm going to do a redirect for you guys. Okay. Let's do live. Okay, let's see. Customization, I think it is. Add. Let's see. Okay, buddy. I'm going to check your, Billy, I'm going to check your channel as soon as I get done here and check you out and see what's going on. Trying to see here. Let's see. Good Lord, not a lot of people live tonight. Oh, damn. All right, you know what? Let's do this one. All right. So I'm going to send you over to hold on. Let me pause that. I'm going to send you guys somewhere. It sounds good. So I will see everybody tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And until then, Billy, again, I'm going to check your channel out to see what that's all about. So on that note, I am going to say good night, and I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good night, guys.
Here's us growling on the neon lights, dust in the air, yeah, we own the night. Boots hit hard on a concrete floor. When the doors swing wide, they're begging for more. Eyes locked in, hear the countdown scream. This ain't luck, nah, this is gasoline. You can feel it when the thunder rolls. Welcome to the heart of the Stallion Show. Give up, no fear, no breaks. All or nothing, make no mistake. When the lights explode, let them know this is the Stallion Show. Run wild, let the break never fall. Hear the crowd when the fire blows. You don't watch, you feel the Stallion Show. This is the Stallion Show. Full throttle, let the legends grow. From the spark to the final blow, yeah. This is the Stallion Show. Steel-toed truth in a world of lies. We don't bow down, we don't apologize. Built from sweat, scars and sound. When the beat drops heavy, shake the ground. Every scar got a story to tell. Every scream rings like shotgun shell. No tame hearts, no control. You stepped inside the Stallion Show.